Hello and welcome. Today we are going to do a tutorial for a small coin purse using the extra fabric from the DIY purse from Two Fat Quarters. So this fabric was the extra square of fabric left over from one of the fat quarters that made up the exterior of the purse. It measures 9 inches by 7 and on 3/4. Okay, and then I have this midweight interfacing that I cut out. That measures 7 inches by 3 3/4 inches. I also have the purple thread that I used, and then this is the double bias tape that I used. I'm going to use that along with this 9-inch white zipper. So the first thing that I will be doing is folding the fabric over in half, so that it is still 7 3/4, but it's going to be 4.5 wide. And I'm going to cut it here. Half of it will become the liner, the other half will remain on the outside to turn into the coin purse. So here we go. Okay, now that my liner's cut, I'm going to go ahead and use this 3-inch circle, and I'm going to draw out each of the corners. This will make it so that the circle touches each corner at 1.5 inches out, and this will make it so that it is easier to zip at the end. So here we go. Okay, and if you don't have a 3-inch diameter circle, what you could use is the bottom of a cup. That also works. And then also, if you just draw one corner, you can always fold your fabric for the rest. Okay, so I've been playing around with my pieces, and I see here that my zipper is almost the right length. I just need, looks like just one. I'm gonna go for 1 1/4 inch of this quilt binding from the end of the zipper to here. And that should make it so that everything attaches together nicely. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna attach 1.5 inches of quilt binding to the end of each side of the zipper. I'm gonna unpin all of this. And then once I get the quilt binding sewed on, it'll be double sewn there. I'm gonna start to put my liner and my zipper together into one piece. Okay, and so here I'm just attaching the double ply. I want to make sure my ends are neat, and then I fold over the end that connects to the zipper and then fold it around and pin it in place on both ends. I'm doing that. At the sewing machine, I also refold it here because it just needs to be clean. And then each time I sew it twice to kind of make sure that it's well pinned in place. So both sides of the zipper there, and then we can move on to the next step. Okay, I was able to, I've been cutting these triangles to find center on everything. I'm going to cut this one just to show you what I'm doing. I'm folding it in half, and then I just take my scissors and make a little cut. I also like very much, without the use of any kind of a grid, I rounded off all of the corners on my midweight interfacing. That's just to make it fit nicely. So I've decided this side will be my outside, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my midweight interfacing inside of it. I'm going to pin it into place, and then I'm going to just sew it in as the liner, and then I will stack everything. Here's my liner piece. So when I stack it, what I'm going to have is, because that's why I have to attach it in that manner, I'll have this one like this, and then I will put my zipper right side, wrong side, so that when it's sewn, it's right side, see? And then this will be my liner, and the liner will also be the wrong side, and I'll go ahead and attach those after I sew my midweight interfacing into place.
Okay, and you can see here I decided to go ahead and do the corners the right way. So I used the 3-inch diameter circle again, and then I pinned all of the lining into place. This made it fit a lot better. I should have just done that to begin with. And then my circle ended up just perfect here on the sewing machine. Right, and next step, so you trim your sides. You do outside face up, zipper wrong side, so face down, and then liner face down. And then as you connect it, you do those little cuts along the zipper so that it will bend, because this is going around those corners, right? So the rounded corners, I make 5 little clips right there, and then I pin it into place before we take it over to the sewing machine. And this is a lot of pins to hold that zipper into place, but it's actually worth it. I would recommend using probably 3 to 5 pins on each corner. And then after you sew it, you flip it right side out and sew it again to pin it down.
Okay, so now we've got it sewn all together on one side. So I'm going to clip all of these extra threads and flip it back inside out one more time. And this time we're going to sew this side. I'm actually going to leave this middle part undone. And so we'll come back through and then sew everything together on that side. So here we go.
Right, and sewing this side into place, pinning it was actually quite a struggle. Connecting the end of the zipper to that bias tape was very helpful in getting it into place, but the zipper just didn't want to be undone and connect to that side. So as you see, I also do the corners the same way here. I do the clips on the corners. I connect both sides. We start at the center and go out to the zipper, and then you go over to your sewing machine. And again, we're leaving that middle piece undone so we can flip it right side in. And so you see here, I'm finished, flip it back around through that opening. And then I'm going to pin it and I'm going to sew the opening closed. And then after I sew the opening closed here and clip my strands, I'll do one final sew to just pin down that final side before it is finished.
Okay, that looks great. We're all done. And so now we have this cute little coin purse. And it just unzips completely, or you can unzip it partially if you've got change in there. And it matches the purse that we made from the 2 fat quarters last time. So we can just go ahead and put that into the bag. And so again, if you want to make this purse, it's the last video I made. It's got 3 cute little pockets. And so now we've got a purse and a coin purse. See you next time.